At the Sunday Health Center, I got bread with a pot of boiling water. And I came to the center and they telling me that they can't do nothing for me. They have no medicine, no nothing. The only thing she could do is remove the skin. And I have to go and find medicine. The health center has nothing. They can't do nothing for me. That's what the nurse tell me. Anyway, you know already? This is it. I wasn't coming there, but my sister told me, come. I come. I came there, so how can I tell you?
I mean, come on, I'm not an animal. That might be the last time you've seen your baby come inside. So I went inside and I sit down there with him. Same cry, non-stop cry. Same cry. When I went inside there are 1 drips on the left, 1 drips on the right. They put some by his neck to send down by his heart. I don't know whatever they put there. And then even in his head, he had drips. You understand? So I stayed there with him. So one of the doctors come there, the female doctor. So I tell her, for the past almost 2 weeks, I get in problem to get the child medications for him. But the child had 2 visits back to back, and I did tell his doctor, the doctor that was checking him on Winston, what I did tell them, I'm not getting medications for the child, is a problem. And she never give me no feedback. She was like, okay. But I tell her I was trying to get it, but I tell her I was getting problem to get it. So it's like I was on my own. So, anyways, the doctor on Winston ward, which is the female doctor, there were 2 doctors, a female and a male doctor. The female doctor telling me, if I know my baby was getting problem to get his medication, I should have tell that to them, so they would have given the baby the medication in drips, because they have it, but they have it in drips. So I should tell them that so they can give it to him. But Saturday, that same child, I bring that child there Saturday. Last week I bring that child there and all you send me back with him. I bring all you send me back with him. When I see that child was about to die, I bring him back Tuesday that passed there. I brought him back. But since last week I bring that child hospital and they sending me back with him, with all his pain. For days now I had the child there. After they send me back, I had the child there. And I cannot sleep because whole night my child bawling. Whole night he crying. Whole night he crying. The child breathless. I bring the child casualty. The same night they send me back with him. And not even a little oxygen they give the child for me. They just tell me, like, my child have a condition. And I supposed to expect that. And it's like they send me home with a dead baby. You understand me? So why you telling me I should have told you that when the doctor on Winston ward, I informed them that the baby was getting problem to get his medication in Dominica, or you send me back home with it. And another doctor on nursery telling me I should have said that they would have give the baby the medication because they have it in drips form. You understand me? Now, all you taking, I brought the baby there since Tuesday night. The whole of Tuesday night, the baby suffering. Whole of Tuesday night, the baby suffering. Wednesday morning, all you taking the child and all you bringing him nursery and putting all kind of drips on top of the child. Even in his head, he had drips. And all you could have done that the Saturday before, or you could have done that the Tuesday before. You understand me? So now, I tell the doctor, well, the doctor on Winston ward had know my baby was missing the medication. They never tell me hospital had the medication. To me, Dominica don't have the medication, so hospital don't have it. When as hospital had the medication, they could have given the child the medication for me. So I tell her to her, anyways, I sit down there, my baby bawling, he crying as usual, he crying. So I there trying to pet him, So I had to go now for something to come back. So every time I come to go out the door, it's like the child keep on crying. So every time I come back inside, he watching me in my eyes. When I go out the door again, he crying. So I say, okay, I'm going to put him to sleep, and when I put him to sleep, I will go. So I there kissing him for some reason. I kiss him plenty. I kiss him plenty that day. For some reason, I kiss him plenty that day. Because it's like something was just telling, no, something wasn't right. I like kissing him plenty that day. So, in playing with him, in caressing him, he ended up falling asleep. So it had a little blanket on his forehead because in the thing they put him, it had a light straight in his eyes. So I take the blanket and I rest it over his eyes. And I kiss him on his forehead and I tell him, Mommy go in Mau to come back, eh? And I go. I tell the doctor I go in Mau to come back. When I reach Mau, I sit down. But I was so exhausted because that child been going through a lot throughout the week. And it's like I feel like my child was neglected and he was rejected. Because it doesn't matter, even though my child have a heart condition, but they could help me. I feel they could help me and I know they could help me. They neglected the child and they rejected the child. That is how I watching it. So anyways, I leave hospital and I come down by my father. So I say, let me take a 5 before I go back hospital because I didn't sleep the night. I didn't even have an hour there, maybe half an hour after my phone ringing. The same male doctor in Winston was calling me and telling me, hey, good afternoon. This is so and so and so, doctor. I just calling you to tell you your child had stopped beat. I just letting you know your child had stopped beat. Just like that. Just like that. I'm not an animal. I'm not an animal. People, that is not the way. That is not the way. That is not professionalism. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. When I reach hospital, all drips had come out on my child already. And my child was already, he was warm still, but his 2 foot was hard already. His hands was hard already. And they have their paper in their hand, well ready. And my child was already, he was warm still, but his 2 foot was hard already. His hands was hard already. And they have their paper in their hand, well ready. Imagine, they take a blood test for the child on Wednesday. They take a blood test for the child, eh? I brought the child there. I brought that same child there on Wednesday. And they do a blood test for me at the casualty. And they tell me his blood was okay, his pressure was okay, his sugar was okay. And Wednesday morning, you telling me on Wednesday morning, a doctor watching me and tell me they do a blood test for my child and telling me my child had a little infection in his blood. An infection, okay. So, okay, the first time I bring him casualty, they wanted to take blood for him. The first time I bring him casualty, up to now, I go back home and that blood test never take. So supposing he had the infection since that time, and trying to make me believe like it's because he didn't have the medication, he died. I cannot drink that. I need somebody to tell me something. Because personally, the doctor tell me they had the medication at the hospital all the while. While another doctor sent me home with my child under all his pain, all his suffering. So, because he had the heart problem, it's like, the feeling I get is like my child had problem, and it's like they are tired of my child coming there, so they send him back. Right? And you writing on my child death card. He had a viral illness, which is the infection, no coroner's case, no post-mortem. I feel like I need a post-mortem because something not sitting right with me. Because they rejected